Sound?
Okay.
Recording?
Cool. Yeah, I think.
Sweet. Camera?
Oh.
Recording?
Wow,
Right.
yeah, cool. Wow, let's try this bit.
Oh, wait. I should probably start this. Sweet.
Nice.
Now we're ready.
Cool.
Now
Okay.
we're ready.
Let's drink some beer.
That was good. Sweet. So, boys, this is my little get you to enjoy beer. And
So which one are we going for first?
this is Gold from Corinium Ales, who are a lovely little brewery back in the great town of Cirencester.
That was a nice pour.
Yeah, I've been practicing.
That was
The quarantine period has got me.
I'm gonna wait for you boys. I was just gonna go for it, man.
Mate, go for it.
No,
No,
I can't. I can't just go for it straight
don't
away.
hold us on ceremony here.
I'm gonna wait.
Just we'll put that like that. Right. So this is like their like sort of standard ale.
Yeah.
This is the least experimental of
So it's just
all of them.
like
It's just like
your classic kind of
yeah,
go-to
just
when
a
you're just
gold,
looking for
a blonde, or
a beer. You just go for it.
it's just a light.
It's got that smell of like lager.
yeah, a little bit. Yeah. And I fucking love it.
That's
Nice.
actually banging.
Smooth.
Yeah.
It's awesome.
Really
That's
smooth.
actually banging, bruv.
Yeah.
Oh man. Like, and I don't really drink beer, quite honestly. And that's banging. Like, I could keep going with that. Like,
This
I
is
reckon
the
I have
one-
4 or 5 of those.
This is the one that everyone, if you're not a beer drinker, you will probably like this.
I was
the
gonna
most.
say
Yeah.
someone, yeah.
This is like if you were to take a friend to a brewery and they'd never been in one before, this is what I'd buy them.
Right, yeah. Just so they can try,
So
like,
if you came to Corinium with me, I would get you this first
right.
and be like, this is
And then
the
you
sort
kind
of entry level.
branch out from there, you know?
If you want to know more, then you can know more.
Yeah.
And that's where their other range comes into it. But they do loads. They've got like 6.
So
Wait, 6 or 7.
Where in Cirencester is it based?
Right.
Because I'm thinking, when you say Corinium Ales, I'm thinking like the museum.
So no. So you know do you know where the doghouse is?
I don't actually know Siren that well. To be quite honest, I know I lived there
All
for
right.
like
So
20 years. But
so you've got the college,
yeah.
and then as you come out of like the back entrance from the college,
Okay.
then you've got you come out and you've got like the 2 different ways. You can go down the subway, or you can go like down
the hill
past the fields.
Yeah.
So
Oh,
not
or
down
like
the hill,
down
but
the
one
bit on the left. Yeah.
Yeah, so they're down there. As you go
Oh,
down
down
they're
there.
in
No
that-
shit.
that,
I
like,
used to walk past that
stables
all
and-
the time.
Yeah. I don't know how long they've been there. They've been there like maybe a year or something. By now, maybe 2 years.
Wait, you're telling me this brewery is
So
2
these guys
years old?
started in, oh no, they must be like 5 years old or something.
Okay.
But they basically started in their garage,
Right.
just brewing beer out of there, and then they'd sell it just in bottles or
Like at local
beer
like
festivals
and shit.
festivals in the
Yeah.
the food whatever.
Yeah,
you
like
call
beer
it, the food
festivals.
things.
I've
Yeah.
noticed it says
We
on
used to go
here
to a lot
that
of
it
beer
comes from a
festivals.
Roman collection. Does that mean they do other collections?
Yeah. Yeah, mate.
Yeah, so they're all based on just Roman characters. They use a lot of like the traditional hops.
Plautus is a playwright.
Right.
Processes. Yeah, there's they do one called Boudiccacia.
Mm.
Me and my dad always call it Boudiccacia.
Boudiccacia.
It just makes more sense.
As in, like, okay, you know what? I'm not going to say what I was going to say because it was going to be pretty
What?
horrendous. Well,
Too rude.
Boudiccacia is like, you know. I didn't want to say it out
Yes,
loud,
I
but you
got it.
guys get me, right? You get it, yeah?
Yeah.
Don't say
I'm
it.
not gonna say it.
Don't say it. You have to learn to not say it and to not bring it up, because that's a mistake. No, I love this one. It's gone already.
Yeah.
It's got a nice crisp to it. I rate that.
Like, yeah, if someone was feeling apprehensive coming into
Yeah,
a brewery
like,
and they don't really like drink beer or have ever gone past like maybe like a bud at the pub on
but
the
like,
weekend,
even though you can,
that
even
would
though
be a
it's
great
warm,
place to start.
even though you drink it warm, I still reckon it's the type of drink you could sit on a hot day.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It'd be
yeah.
refreshing.
We would. You probably should chill them down a little bit, but I don't.
I leave them in the fridge
don't
5
find the
minutes
need to
and
do
then
it.
drink
Yeah.
it. Yeah.
I thought
But when
it would be hoppier.
well, this is
Yeah,
got
so
me.
did I.
It's wait till we get onto these.
Well, yeah, no. So that's what I'm saying. I'm glad that it isn't. Like, I was predicting it to be too hoppy, but it's perfect.
Yeah, I like it. Got a soft.
Is there more?
There's more gold, but what I'm thinking is we'll go through each of them
Okay,
for a little bit, and then we'll pick our favourites,
do it.
and you'll get whichever one you want.
I'm gonna have like a scoring system here because I will definitely forget.
I feel like I've seen it peaking a little.
Oh, there's another one.
Is there another?
Yeah, bro, there's another one. Jaboo! That's how he says it. He goes, Jaboo! Hey, bro, this page was left open, so I thought I'd drop a line. How's life? Having all the fun? Wonderful. Love you, bro. And he drew a picture of himself. And it's pretty, it's pretty good because he's got like
Is it
his
anatomically
face is
correct?
his face is just a square, and as you know, Skillet's face is like just mate, he's got that jawline, bro. It's nuts.
Man's got a mad jawline.
Bro, am I just gonna be like going
Mine
through
does have
here
a mad
finding different like doodles over my recipes, mate?
Yeah, probably.
He literally doodled over one of my recipes. Not that I mind, but it's pretty funny.
All right, this one I pulled slightly less.
Is there a reason for that?
No, not really. I think it was just how I ended up doing it.
Okay, we'll go with that.
Yeah. But then there's more later. So
Exactly.
Okay, so I wanted to be writing this down. I'm sorry.
you're fully going through it. I love it.
Yeah, I'm
go on.
going for it,
there's,
mate.
There's the gold. Corinium gold.
So that's what we went for first.
Yep.
Okay, cool. I just feel I should be writing this down, you know?
Yeah, go for it.
You know what my memory's like nowadays, it's pretty terrible.
So it's based on comedy playwright.
Yeah, Plautus, mate.
Tortoise.
I've never heard of Plautus before.
Titus something as
Where are you going with that?
Titus Plautus.
Such
Okay.
a sultry name.
Such a sultry word. Describes exactly what it is, if you know what I'm talking about.
Right, so this one is, I don't know how they describe it, what kind of beer it is. A fruity pale ale. So this is basically it. So we've gone from a pale ale with gold to something a bit more fruity. This is using UK Jester hop.
Oh yeah. I'm pretty sure that's a new thing.
What, Jester hops?
Might be.
I'm pretty sure it's a new thing.
Yeah.
You don't really see many with Jester hops.
I didn't like new as in like the last 10 years.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure. I have to check that later.
Cool. Yeah. This one I think is actually slightly lighter than the gold in terms of
Yeah,
colour.
it is a bit, isn't it?
But straight away it's fucking
So fruity on the nose.
a lot more powerful. This, some people would struggle to have like more than 2 or 3.
I don't know, you know, I
It gets
wouldn't
a
say
little bit
more.
more bitter
Oh, it's a lot more bitter than the first one.
than the gold, and I think people, if you have too much of it, you tend to just start to feel that bitterness more
Right,
and
sure,
more.
on
Like
your
on your
tongue.
third pint, you're kind of like, this is just real.
Just really,
like
really
like
intense.
biting into a grapefruit kind of thing.
It's definitely a step up from the last one, but it's not a big step up. This is a pretty good progression.
A lot of these
like,
are actually quite mild in terms of like the intensity of the flavour.
Yeah, I see what you're saying.
But they have like enough to make you go, oh, this is different. This is, you know, I've not had this before.
Yeah.
It's not as bitter as most pale ales you can get.
Mm.
It's a lot softer on that side, but it's still a lot bitter than the first one.
I think that might have a lot to do with the temperature we're drinking it at.
It's true.
Yeah.
I reckon if it was colder,
Well, the colder it gets, the less sweetness you can detect,
Yeah.
right? So it would stand that then the bitterness
more
would
bitty. Yeah.
kick through a lot more,
Come out
or at least it
more,
would
innit?
feel that way.
Yeah. We do. We're still good. Yeah, and that's Plautus.
I like Plautus.
Plautus is a good one.
I like Plautus more than Corinium Gold.
So far, I'm on the Corinium Gold.
I
side
gave
of it.
Okay.
I gave Corinium Gold a 6.
A 6. A
I'm
6
gonna-
based on what?
Like just on like my
Your
personal
overall opinion.
like how much I like it stacked up on like what I like in a beer. Like
Nice.
this is not like this is a great beer. You should trust me because of you shouldn't.
Mm.
My opinion. So I'm gonna give this one a 7.5.
7.5. Nice.
Plautus.
Nice.
Plautus.
Right. Finally,
Oh fuck.
if Jamie will hurry up,
Sorry.
we have my favourite of the Corinium beers that I've had so far.
Okay. Well, that's a very big. That's big coming from you. This being your absolute. Ooh, look at that. Oh my
This is-
You
god.
see already, you
I've
can see
noticed,
that.
So I've noticed with these
The
beers,
colour, mate.
It's dark.
they're incredibly lively.
Yeah. Oh, I wasn't oohing at the foam. Now
Oh,
I
I
am.
was.
Now I am. No, I'm oohing at the colour, mate. Look at that. That is a dark roast.
Yeah, this is an amber ale. So you get more of a deeper, darker
Okay.
colour.
So, my knowledge on beers is not massive, as you probably know.
Oh, you and me
but
both, mate.
but does anyone know like the process from start to finish in like?
Yeah,
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 I can
making
tell you,
beer.
I can tell you the process for making beer.
Go on.
Oh,
then.
That's a good
I
one.
think he wants to know. Yeah.
right. I love it. I love it. Beer basically starts off as boiling down grains in water. So
Right.
like you might use like barley or malts or any sort of grain. They vary depending on what kind of beer you want at the end of it.
Okay.
You boil them down in water. You do what's called mashing, where you can circulate the water, and you basically put all of your grains in like a sieve in the bottom of your pan of water, and then you circulate the water over them. So you would take it out and then pump it back in over the top, and you would boil that down for however many minutes. Then you would add hops to it, and you would add hops at like different stages of the boiling process,
Right.
and that basically changes like the flavour profile at the end, depending on which hops you use and when you add them to.
So does that reflect on the colour of it then as well?
I think the colour might be based on the malts that are used,
Okay.
and the grains, and it's probably like a darker grain that gives it a darker
Yeah.
thing. So you basically continue adding your hops while you're boiling the water and mashing all the grains and everything. As soon as that's done, you take all your grains out and you're left with this like essentially barley water that's flavoured with hops.
Right.
Then you'll add your yeast and any sort of other flavourings, or you can add extra hops, which would be dry hopping. And then you basically let it ferment, and then it will carbonate itself, and you'll get like some nice bubbles in there, and then stick it in a keg, put it on a tap.
Yeah.
Job done.
They come out at about like what 10%
Yeah.
ABV. So like a lot of them will be then cut with water to.
But you basically
Bring
let
it
it
down.
you let it sit, and it takes like a week or 2 weeks maybe to make a beer.
About that.
What, letting it sort of ferment almost?
Yeah,
to
'cause you have to
ferment.
let it ferment.
The
and
yeast
you have to
has
let it
to
cool
eat
down.
all
Right.
of the sugar in the
Yeah.
liquid, all of it.
Okay.
And when it's eaten all of it, that's when you have all the alcohol and carbon dioxide as well. But
Oh my god,
Yeah, this is banging as
This
well.
one's good.
nice
It's you can taste it. You can like tell in your mouth. It's very lively.
So this is probably going towards like the different beers that they do. They do some slightly more extreme beers.
Do they not toast the barley
I don't know.
or
I don't
any
think
of
so.
the things
You just
in the
tend to
mash
crack
bill?
them and you
You
just put
don't-
them through a mill.
You don't toast them at all?
No.
I don't know. Okay. Maybe I'm just thinking of coffee. Quite
Yeah,
honestly.
you would roast the beans.
So,
So
you
this is-
roast the beans, but I'm sure that it's something to do with what they do with the barley itself before it goes in that changes the colour.
Everything that I've seen recently, I've never seen them toasting anything, and they'll mill all
Yeah,
the grains
mate.
and
Well,
then
this
put
one
it in.
says
See,
it's
I don't know
got
why I have this thought.
5
I just
malts,
do.
and so that's what it says it gives it the colour.
Where say
Oh,
again?
yeah,
So it does say. So the reason it gives it this red colour is because of the 5 malts they use in it.
Okay, so it
Yeah.
is just going to be off what you put
Yeah.
in the mash bill, I guess.
Yeah.
Is it called a mash bill for beer? It's a mash bill
I have
for
no idea.
spirits.
I don't think so because you mash the grains in the water,
Oh no,
but then you would take away the grains. The liquid you're left with at the end is called wort.
yeah. No, the mash bill is like the shopping list of what malts and grains and
yeah,
barley
maybe.
and cereals go into spirits.
Yeah.
That's the mash bill. It's like your percentages, your recipe. But I'm wondering if they would call it the same for beer, or maybe that it even came from beer. Because mashing,
Maybe.
you don't really do mashing with distilling. I mean, you do. But
Yeah. That's about as much as I know. This
Yeah,
is
we're
gonna
gonna-
be, this
this
whole
is gonna be a
process is gonna be
journey.
a journey for me as much as
it's going to be a journey,
much
mate.
as
All of us.
I've also just noticed the best before dates on these.
What is it?
We're fine for the gold. We might be slightly out on these two, but oh
You
no, that's
kept-
the 10th.
fine.
Did you keep
And
them
that's
in
the
a
9th.
dark
No,
place?
we're fine. We're fine.
We're good.
fine. We've got months yet. Don't worry.
Well,
Oh, I wasn't worried, mate. I was going to fucking drink it anyway. You know what I'm
So
like.
would I.
beer's beer.
Right. And this one is called
Firebird.
Firebird.
So they're all named after movies then, or plays.
I think
No,
they're all, they're all
Platus-
sort of Roman figures.
Yeah. Platus was a playwright.
So Platus was a
He
playwright.
wrote some of the first ever like comedies
Yeah.
ever,
Right.
and that's why he's famous.
And then they do an IPA called Ale Caesar, which
Nice.
it's a good name, but it's quite a nice beer as well. I wouldn't say it's as fruity as you can get some IPAs,
Yeah.
but it's definitely got enough to make you be like, nice.
So yeah, like I think I like this one the most.
It's the one I like the most.
I think it's the one I like the most, just because I mean, I don't really like to. If I drink beer, I like to drink something that's like complex, you know. So I don't ever drink lager, for instance. And even though I know this isn't a lager, it came across to me.
Which one? Gold.
The gold, yeah,
Yeah.
the Corinium gold. It's so light.
Yep.
You know. And then you step up to the Plautus, which I think is great. I think the Plautus I would have like, you know, maybe before dinner or something like that, or with dinner, because it's super light.
Yeah,
It's gonna
you can
go
do
with
it
pretty
like
much anything.
yeah.
But then
before
there
it
is
probably.
some complexity there, you know, and the bitterness is way up, which is what makes it moreish.
Yeah. You see, for me, so this one, which one's this?
Gold.
So the gold, I'd have when I'm like outside having a barbecue sort of thing, something light, easy
Yeah,
to drink.
mate.
You can have a few of them.
Yeah, while you work in the grill.
The Plautus,
Yep.
I would say, is like a before dinner.
Yeah, mate.
Type
Before
of-
dinner.
Before dinner, you're waiting for your meal to be cooked.
Mhm.
You're sitting have one of those, and this one I'd definitely have like with the food, and help the food go down, sort of thing.
Yeah.
The Firebird.
Yeah,
That's
mate.
how I'd have them.
Yeah,
And then
man.
you'd have a stout for dessert.
Yeah, bruv.
And then-
Do they do a stout?
Yeah, they do a really nice stout. It's called
Ooh.
Centurion Stout.
Centurion stout. I love it.
It's really nice. That's my dad's favourite one. So we would always get during the whole quarantine period, he would get a case of stout, and
Right.
I'd get a case of. I tend to get a mix because
Yeah.
I don't. Every time I go there, or whenever I did go there on a Friday, I would always try and work my way down the list.
Down the
So
menu.
whatever was on the top of the list, I would have first, and then my next pint would be number 2. And like, I never quite got through every single one.
The whole one. How many are there?
They must have like, they've got like 6 main ones, I think, and then they do a couple of like special one-offs or like seasonal beers.
Sure. Yeah.
So in the summer they do one called Pliny the Elderflower, which they use elderflowers in, and it gives it like a real,
Seriously?
like, yeah, it's got a real freshness to it, but it's a little bit too punchy for me.
As in the flavour of elderflower, or
yeah, just the whole flavour of the beer in general is just a bit too like.
it doesn't sit right with you.
Yeah, it's too sharp. I'd say it's.
I'd want to try that one. That sounds interesting.
It's an interesting one. It is definitely one to try, but it's
like,
not one that I would actually want to drink a whole pint of.
Right, sure.
I think I struggled when I tried.
Well, there are just some beers out there that are kind of niche markets like that. Do you remember that Gooseberry Goes we had?
Gooseberry Goes, what, at Dishoom?
Yeah, Salty Kiss.
Oh, I remember Salty Kiss.
You remember Salty Kiss?
Oh god.
Salty Kiss is a Gooseberry Goes.
That one.
And it's like a bitter, salty, like super dry beer, and then flavoured with gooseberry. And mate, I mean, like, sounds like it would be really cool, but
of a salty beer.
Do you get the point of a salted lassie?
No.
How many of those do we sell a day? Like,
fucking millions.
Exactly, mate. It's
but
a whole thing.
if you put the
Sweet and
concept of
sour.
sweet and salt together, it works.
Yeah, sweet and sour.
Yeah.
Like, it may sound weird, but you have chicken and waffles. Sounds weird, but it works.
It's got a point. Sweet and sour chicken.
What are you talking about? Just chicken and waffles sounds like the greatest invention ever.
It is.
I mean,
that's why I'm saying.
It's a great idea. Salt.
I could go for chicken and waffles right now.
I was tempted to buy some waffles when I did the chicken.
When you
wings
did the
earlier.
chicken wings. Oh, the chicken wings.
Yeah,
bruv.
sorry, mate.
Sorry. The chicken wings are so mad. Right, so can we like continue to drink them now? Because I'm super excited.
Which one do you like the most?
Well, I'm
I want to
gonna start with the
go.
gold.
I want to go
Follow
back
the
to
gold.
Plautus, mate.
Yeah?
Yeah, I feel
Alright.
nice and Plautus.
Easy then. Well, you might have slightly less than us, but there are.
That's all right.
So,
Oh, is that okay? Cool. Yeah.
what?
100%. I'm in. Because I was gonna like just.
You were thinking it was just.
Well,
this.
like just no, like
No,
a little
no,
bit.
no,
I was gonna like just pour a little bit into my
Oh no,
glass.
this is your beer now.
Okay, cool.
You have chosen the beer you wish to
Cool.
continue drinking for the night, and I've messed this up. Not too bad.
Got a nice head on mine. Nice consistency.
So
One finger.
I learnt something about beer.
There you go,
That's a
mate.
nice
That's how you pour a fucking pint.
See,
Nice
if I had enough, I would have done that.
Oh, it's good.
You know.
I get excited by the most stupid shit. It's unbelievable. But look at that.
Yeah, mate.
Right, I'm going to enjoy it while the head's on it.
Oh, boys.
There you go.
No, I like
That's
these.
better.
I always do. I do get worried
Yeah, I
about
managed to-
drinking like local
it.
beers. I never know what to expect. But no, these are good.
I went to a pretty crazy beer festival when I was younger. When I was like 16.
What were you doing at the beer festival
Right.
when you were 16 years old? Please,
Well-
do tell.
Well,
Go on.
I mean, I was
Go on with it.
there as a guest.
Yeah.
I was staying at my girlfriend's house, and she lived just down the road from the 5 Mile.
Mm-hmm.
You know where that one is? Up
No.
by no, come
I
on.
said as like,
I understand what
continue,
you're saying.
please.
No, well, how to describe it? Up past Parrot Brooks.
Okay.
Dunstable Abbots. Dunstable Abbots.
Okay.
The 5
yeah,
Mile
yeah,
was
yeah,
a
yeah.
really cool pub, and it was like sat on a kind of bank. So you had the top of the pub here, and then the bank would go down, and then like
Yep.
you could go into the pub, down some stairs, and you'd be on like the lower level of the bank. And they set up this huge beer, like they had a massive tent, and then like tons of barrels, and loads of people just brought the beers they were brewing at
Yeah.
home. And then you could just go, man, and it was all free. it was all free.
Oh, like people would just bring beers to the festival and just
as a donation.
Try my beer.
Yeah.
Wow.
And you could buy like they would sell like, you know,
Why
if you wanted
haven't we
to take
gone
some
there?
with you, you could buy them.
Why haven't we gone there?
Because
it stops. The
they
5
shut
mile
down
closed.
the entire world months ago. Well,
Yeah, that's also true. We did
Doesn't
shut
make a
down
good
the
point.
can't
entire
go
world.
anywhere anymore. But it's fine. It's okay.
We'll go back.
Because we're making podcasts.
And we're drinking beer,
And
and
we're
I think
drinking
that's
beer.
the most important thing.
Yep, this is definitely the
Um,
first beer we've had during quarantine.
Yes, this is what we do to
This is
unlock.
definitely the only beer I've had today.
Yep, definitely. It won't be the last though.
It was actually so crazy that my alcohol consumption went up
Yeah.
in lockdown from what it was like working in a bar, mate.
I mean,
Some people would have said it was impossible.
Some people would
to-
have
to-
actually
to
said
increase the consumption.
of alcohol that I was drinking. Some people would say that I was already dead.
I mean,
but-
I was still working, so
Now I'm
and my
drinking more.
alcohol consumption was still going up.
Yeah, I know. But you were getting free pints, mate.
Oh,
Us
yeah,
who
every
are
day,
stuck
every
here,
day. Okay.
Nothing's for free.
Literally like cups like that, 2 of those a night.
Yeah, like pints, mate. It's mad.
It's nice.
No,
nice
but
to
I've
have
just
a
been
beer.
sitting here like I cleaned the bar,
Did you? Oh, you mean like cleaned it
as
out?
in like I cleaned
drunk
it out.
everything,
Out. Like I cleaned it once.
Not
or
I
twice.
wiped it down.
No, I didn't wipe it down.
cleaned the
It's-
bar.
It's a wooden board. I'm not gonna wipe down the wooden board, but I drank most of it. I'm not going to lie to you.
Wow. I think I managed to just about clear out my dad's alcohol cupboard.
Bro, that was pretty well stocked last time.
Oh yeah.
I was there.
He had a load of beers. He had a ton of Corinium ales, and this was like a week before I knew that they were going to be delivering. I'd pretty much finished all of my dad's bottles of them.
What?
Yeah, well, I had nothing else to do.
Yeah, so I guess you just,
Figured
wake
I was
up,
just
have breakfast, have a pint,
Yeah, pretty
have
much.
a beer.
No, I wouldn't do
It's
it.
5 o'clock somewhere.
It's 5 o'clock somewhere.
This was one thing I liked was we would always have beer time was 5 o'clock.
Right.
As soon as it hit 5 o'clock, it was like, right, I'm getting a beer now.
I'm getting a beer now.
And I'd go down and be like, Dad, do you want a beer? And he'd be like, what time is it? And I'd be like, it's 5 o'clock. And he'd be like, well then, yeah, of course I want a beer. So then we'd
You just
have a
sit and
beer.
have a beer together.
And we'd just like, I'd maybe like drink half of it while I was with him, and then we'd go and do whatever else we were doing.
Yeah, that's really nice,
nice.
man. That
It
is
became
really
a good
nice.
little ritual, and then, of course, because I get bored of just about anything if I do it too much,
Yeah.
it got to like week 3, and 5 o'clock would come around, and it'd be like, it's beer o'clock. I should be excited for a beer. I'm still gonna have a beer.
But you're just not excited anymore. Oh, mate, that's so
It just
deep,
became
bro.
the
Holy
common
shit.
procedure.
Yeah.
It became a daily thing.
It just becomes a habit at that point of just, right. every
It just,
day.
yeah.
I used to know when it hit 5 o'clock because my body would just start to be like,
I want a beer.
there should be beer inside
Yeah.
us right now. What's
It's
going
kind of
on?
like the time. Mate.
And I'd look and I'd be like, feel like a beer. That's why it's 5 o'clock.
So then you just go down, crack a beer open.
Yeah, I'm not going to say I'm upset about my newfound
About your newfound habit. You're just not excited by it.
But
anymore.
I'm just not excited.
Jesus Christ, man. I didn't develop any habits like that.
No?
Not like specific times for doing things.
Well, this was the thing.
I think that's what I wanted to like let go of.
Yeah.
You know, I wanted to try and like still be productive,
Yeah.
but just like whenever, I don't know how to explain it, whenever I was ready to, you know, I didn't want to have to get up at 9 o'clock
hang
just
on.
because.
That might be half an hour on the camera.
Ooh,
I might just have to hit record again.
okay.
Yeah, I heard something.
Yeah, because with
So does it every half an hour shot?
yeah, essentially, like with all British cameras, they've got like you can only record 29 minutes and 59 seconds.
What? Why?
I don't know. There's some law against it or something.
What? Seriously? So, but then if you start to shoot immediately after, it's like totally fine.
Yeah,
Of course.
yeah.
Nice.
You just have to keep and there's no way to change it either. That's great.
It's just built in because the
built-in feature is great.
Because some guy said so.
Because some guy said so, bro. Okay, well, whatever.
Some guy thought, you know what? He's been shooting his camera for a bit too long. Just put a law on this.
Stop that.
Oi, you.
The video was
Stop
taken over
recording.
and it went wrong in the 31st minute, so he was like, this will never happen again.
If I put a ban on this, no one will ever feel the same pain I have.
No one will ever suffer. Yeah, wait, what?
What was
You
I
were
saying?
something about
Oh, it was.
quarantine.
Oh yeah, I was trying to let go of like all of the scheduling that we have to do in our lives. Like, I have to be at work at this time, like I need to be up at this time, I need to do this and then, I need to do that then. I tried to let go of that while still being productive, which I don't really know how to describe it. I didn't want to put too much pressure on myself, but I still wanted to, I kind of wanted to like exercise my mind, like how much effort I put into everything.
Yeah.
I wanted to kind of like work on it like a muscle, you know? And it's actually been really interesting. Like I feel like I've done a lot for myself in quarantine, but I could have done more, but then I'm happy because I haven't stressed myself. You know, I could have done more, and maybe that will then be like the motivation for me to do more. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Like, look how much I did. I know I could have done more, so like, why next time not just put a little bit more in?
Yeah.
And maybe I'm gonna do even more. I don't know, that's kind of like what has been revolved, and we got here because you had like set times for things, and I was saying that I wanted to try and like let go of that.
Yeah. I've never really had set times for anything before.
No, I know.
I would do anything at any time.
No,
5 o'clock just became, I think it was just my dad wouldn't let me drink before
5
o'clock. It was like, if I let him drink any earlier, he's going to keep pushing it back, and then, you know.
And then it's slippery slope
then
all day,
I'll be waking up
every day,
and I'll be
just
pouring
drinking.
whiskey over my cereal. And
Oh my God,
I'll
can
be
you
going from
imagine?
there. I can. And hopefully I never get to that stage.
I would love just to try.
Whiskey on cereal?
Yeah.
Oh, mate. I imagine...
Really?
I can imagine it wakes you up
I
in the
hope you're not
morning.
nodding saying, I can imagine that might be nice.
I'm
'cause
thinking
I cannot.
there must be
I could see something behind
a
it.
combination of...
What? Yeah.
Whiskey
Do
and
you want a reason?
cereal.
You want a reason? Give you a reason.
I'll take the reason.
Cereal was meant to wake you up in the morning. You had a load of whiskey on that. Damn, gonna wake you up quick.
Yeah, but I'm
you're
imagining
gonna be
like, how much milk do you add to your cereal?
Oh, I wouldn't have had any if I'm adding whiskey.
No.
I'm going straight in neat.
No, I'm asking.
On the cornflakes.
No, I'm asking like, how much milk do you add to your cereal?
Oh, to the brim.
So when I imagine this bowl of whiskey and cereal,
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
imagining as much whiskey as would be milk.
Then I need a bigger bowl.
Right. So then I need a what?
A bigger bowl.
A bigger bowl.
Oh yeah. Because when I use it,
There you go.
Is that it?
Yeah, then it'll start going again.
Nice. Cool. I don't know how it fell out of my pocket, but it did. We'll work
Sometimes
these
these
things
things
out.
happen.
We can edit that out, right?
No.
no, this is a raw.
Fuck.
This is live.
Fucking raw.
It's fucking
What was I even saying?
Something about whiskey and cereal.
Oh,
whiskey
I'm
and
imagining like that there would be as much whiskey as there would be milk, and so
Right.
that with just
Well, then you just do
cereal
half
floating in it
It's like it
Sounds
would be like
fine.
adding maple syrup.
to whiskey.
Yeah.
Or to
No,
cereal.
maple syrup to the cereal. Except for.
Yeah.
Well,
Except,
they have Jack Daniel's Tennessee honey.
Yeah,
I imagine
but
if you take
I
normal
actually-
Jack
I'm fucking.
Daniel's and you pour that over like some honey nut Cheerios,
Ooh.
you're gonna end up
on
with
earth?
Sprinkle a little bit of
Some-
sugar on top, bruv.
yeah.
What on earth
You're
have
gonna
I
end
walked
up
into?
with some Jack Daniel's flavored Cheerios, and then some honey flavored Jack Daniels.
Jack
at the end.
Daniel's flavored Cheerios and
Honey
Cheerio
Cheerios.
flavored Jack Daniels.
Yes.
Wow.
What more do you want?
Should we make it? Infuse it.
I do have
Infuse the honey
nut
Cheerios with honey Jack Daniels.
Infuse Jack Daniels with Cheerios.
And make Jack Daniel's Cheerios.
I'm telling you
No,
now.
and make Cheerio flavored Jack Daniels, not Jack Daniels Cheerios. You'll have some soggy ass fucking satin Jack Daniels for a week Cheerios. Oh yeah, fucking great. Breakfast.
Use the Cheerios.
You go strain
into
it
the
out
whiskey.
of the Jack Daniels in the morning. And then just pour it on, and then what?
It's
like,
just this
and
clump.
then milk, or just like that? Fuck it, because it's gonna be.
Well, then you
porridge
can
at
make the
this
same
point.
consistency as porridge.
Oh, it's just cold porridge. That
Well, add a bit
kind
more
of
milk
makes
to it,
you
yeah,
wanna
heat up
vomit
in the
because
microwave,
it's
Bob's your
just
uncle, done.
whiskey. Oh, that sounds terrible. That sounds fucking terrible.
Sounds amazing at the same time.
I'm into it. Let's do it.
Should we do
Sold.
it?
Sold.
Should we do
Dragon's Den. Let's go.
Dragon's Den. All right, boys, one step at a time. We haven't even. We haven't even tried.
I was thinking the
one
Apprentice.
shit.
Hold your horses, lads.
I was thinking The Apprentice.
The Apprentice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Does that show still run?
Oh, I don't know.
No idea, mate. I don't watch TV.
Maybe-
Mad, yeah,
maybe
we
he
don't
was
watch
fired.
TV. Does that show still run? I used to sit in bed with my parents when I was like super young and watch The Apprentice. What was that? What did you just do? Right. I go, yeah, I used to sit in bed with my parents, and then I look at Will, he's going, and then I go and watch The Apprentice, and he's still going, and I'm like, what? What do you mean?
Well, I don't really mean anything by it.
I don't really mean anything by it.
Thank God. All right, lads, calm down.
That is a great. That's the best response I've ever heard. I didn't mean anything by it. Oh man.
Lord.
I used to sit in bed with my parents when I was super young and watch The Apprentice.
Nice.
Yeah, man.
It's a really cute, not funny or weird story.
Oh, cool.
With the, what?
It's a new thing.
That's the new thing.
Yeah, when you're having a conversation.
When something's not weird.
Yeah, that's the polite way to do it.
That's you telling them this
Just let-
isn't weird.
At all.
I-
It's just not at all.
Now I'm just, I'm imagining of what, if anyone listens to this with just the audio now, what are they going to imagine is not the weird thing, you know?
Well, yeah.
Will, what was that?
Yeah, they're
What
not
the fuck
gonna.
was that?
Yeah, exactly. They're just not gonna be able. They're just not gonna be able to fucking.
For anyone that wants to know, come and watch the video.
Yeah, exactly. Just come and watch the video, and then you'll see.
And let us know what you think in the comments.
No. This will
We are
not be
not
that.
doing that.
This will not be that.
Like and subscribe. No, I don't
Please,
even want
I
to
beg you.
joke about it.
No. It's a firm.
It's a firm.
It's a firm no.
It's a firm no on this one.
It's called Decline.
On the download.
Decline on a download.
Right, should we
The download.
I don't know how to steer this conversation back into something.
So I have no
Yes.
idea how to steer a comment.
I was so hopeful that you were just going to be like, I have this great idea, or I've been thinking about this thing and we should talk about it, but no.
Well, I mean, you can't put me on the spot like that, right? Like I don't know. I'm a conversation. I'm not a conversation driver. I'm like sit on the back seat.
You're in the back trunk in a fucking body bag.
No, I'm the backseat driver. He's saying all the shit anyway. It's just horse shit. And the guy up front is hating on him, basically. That's who I am. I'm the guy in the back, like, you should turn right here. You should turn right here. You should turn right here.
And then you end up then you end up as the guy in the back boot in the body bag.
In the body bag.
In
yeah,
the body bag.
exactly. And there we go. Yeah.
Well, I was gonna go with. I was gonna be like, see the game the other night.
Did you see the game last night?
Yeah.
Did you see that ludicrous display last night?
That ludicrous display where the guy took the thingy down to the end of the
We ran down the corner and took it up the other
doohickey
end.
and fucking put it in the whatchamacallit. Yeah, it was a
I saw
great.
it.
Yeah,
It was a madness.
great.
Yeah.
I swear those whatchamacallits are getting bigger every day.
Well, I thought they were getting smaller.
Well, the whatchamacallits are the
What do you
doohickeys.
call it?
The
Doohickeys? What
whatchamacallits.
about the doohickeys?
I just think that the doohickeys ain't pulling their weight anymore. The whatchamacallits are out here every day, and the doohickeys ain't doing anything.
Well, the doohickeys just ain't good enough.
Yeah, they're just not good enough.
Not good enough.
That's the problem.
it was that one guy, and he just wasn't good enough. And that was the whole story.
What's the ABV of these beers?
They're all about between 4 and 4.5. Why?
Because of the conversation we just had. What do you mean, why?
There is no other reason why.
The bit went on for so long, man.
Speaking of, Will, do you need another?
I do. I'm going to grab another one.
Yeah?
I'll 100% take another one.
What were we saying?
That one. Slow down, mate. Either slow down or speed up. Pick one, do it, done.
Oh yeah, I guess that was pretty good.
That was 100% not on camera.
Really annoying. That was pure.
Oh no, it might have been on this one. We'll cut to that one.
We'll take another one, Will.
Yeah, can you grab me out Firebird?
I was told to slow down or speed up, so obviously I need to speed up.
It's a Firebird.
I am.
And what you want?
Oof. Gold,
Do you just have the 3?
I've got.
Or is there
We've
another
got these
secret
ones
one?
as well. We've got 4 of each.
Oh no, I mean, okay,
So there's
these,
3
these
types.
are the
It's
3
the
we've
3
got.
beers. And there's 4 of each. There's no twist here.
Yeah, bruv, give me the Plautus, man. I like the Plautus. I'm gonna catch it. Oh, that's bad.
One-time shot. Oh, there you go.
I love the
One thing we should also be doing
packaging,
with
like the
these
brand identity.
beers. The branding is awesome.
It's
on these.
wicked, isn't it?
I was looking at it recently. It is
Awesome.
actually really good considering there's 3 people in Corinium.
Is that it?
There's 3 people. So you've got Colin and Lucy who do the brewing.
Right.
And then you've got this awesome woman called Mo. She's lovely. She's super enthusiastic about anything and just like bundles of joy.
Yeah.
And she does the marketing and sort of events and things. She sort of manages their like releases and open days and things like that.
Sorry, I was immensely concentrating on
I noticed.
I was with you on that one.
nailing it again. I'm determined for there to never be a show where I fuck this up.
Should we just do an oath now? Never to fuck up the head.
Well, it's too late. We fucked it up time 1 with Mr. Harrison here at the start of that show.
We can edit that out, right?
No. And we can't edit that out if we can't
There is
edit
no
mine out.
editing.
There's no editing.
This is going in raw. And that's all it'll ever be. But we managed a good time, I think.
Well, yeah, I mean,
It's a nice little segue.
it's a nice little segue. Is it a segue from what to what? What are we segueing
From beer to just general conversation.
Oh, we
yeah?
segued well. We did segue well, actually. Obviously now we're just ripping that down by talking about it. But yeah, no, we definitely can, we smashed it. Definitely.
Right. So we did have a talking point.
Yeah, we wanted to talk
So
about...
shall we discuss
Let's go for it.
the
Quarantine.
the whole thing was the whole idea was to talk about our experiences with the quarantine situation.
Yeah.
And how we've got through it, or how we've sort of adapted to it, whatever the fuck this is.
How we've
This new lifestyle.
overcome it. Right?
Yeah, I don't know what.
This new
like,
change of life.
quarantine was a fucking mad thing that I think affected a lot of people in a lot of different ways.
Everyone.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
don't
okay,
think-
so yeah, everyone was affected completely differently. I think the 3 of us at this table have, we all have had a different experience. For most of lockdown, I was here.
Yeah.
I was here on this sofa right there, pretty much just like feeling like I could never leave the house and you know, watching TV all day, every day, doing a few bits and bobs for work and stuff. But
Yeah.
and then you were still
I
working.
was still working. The hours thing at the hotel. That was interesting. Moving back and forth from here to work every 4 days was not fun.
Yeah, no, exactly.
But there's a lot of stress. It was a lot of stress.
A lot of stress. You're in the heart of the action, going straight into central London.
Yeah, I mean, well, we was catering for like quarter of the NHS at the time.
It's mad.
So we had a few NHS people staying with us, other key workers. So the risk of catching the virus then is quite high.
Yeah, no, you were there for the whole thing. You just never stopped working until now.
Until now, and I'm enjoying it.
Now, and you're enjoying it, but it's not going to be that long.
Now my quarantine life is the Premier League.
Oh yeah, and then you got Elliot. Elliot went home.
I went home, went back to my parents, and quite frankly, I suffered. I was cooked meals twice a day. I had.
For fuck's sake!
No, it was. But
I think.
I don't know.
Well, what I'm saying is that we have like
different experiences.
Is it biopsy? Is that the word?
Biopsy.
That's biopsy. No, biopsy is a word. I think
it's when you cut someone open.
Yeah. So like cross section is like a biopsy.
Section.
We have a good cross section. Someone who went home, someone who stayed, someone in lockdown, and someone who was to and from work because they were still working. We have a good cross section.
We all have our own views.
Yeah, I mean, do you feel like you learned anything, or you now appreciate something more than
I appreciate my free time a lot more.
Yeah, I mean, I imagine you would.
When I'm not doing anything, like when I'm not working, I always find something to do because otherwise I'm gonna be bored shitless.
Well, because like when you on the 4 days you were working, right? You were pretty much finishing work and then
going to my room
and then going to your room
and just looking at four walls, pretty much. Pretty much
sitting there and waiting for the next shift, and then just waiting for your day off, to come back.
And then that's when I would really appreciate the time.
I start to really appreciate your downtime.
Yeah.
With your friends. I think as well, like that's something I've taken away from this. Like that's massive, isn't it? You realise just how much the people who are close to you mean when they're not around.
Yeah.
That's the first time in nearly 3 years that I've been alone in the house.
But to be fair, I think that as much as how bad this pandemic has been, there has been a little bit of good that's come from it, and the fact that it's pretty much brought this world together at the moment.
It is bringing a lot of people together.
But at the same time, it has pulled a lot of families and friends and people apart at the same time.
Yeah.
So I don't really know on that point.
I think that.
But I do think, I reckon it stopped a few wars. Let's put it that way.
A few wars.
Well.
Hold up.
I mean, it started a new war. Let's get that straight.
Pump the brakes on talking about wars, bro.
It's okay. It stopped a few wars, but it has created a new war at the same time.
This war's been around forever. You go back like 100 years.
Yeah. Centuries.
Before that, the Black Death. This has been around since the fucking dawn of civilization. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Fighting viruses, pandemics. But the good thing that's come out of it is everyone's pulling together, and everyone is there's this huge sense of community at the moment. Especially I really feel it in London. You see on social media, a lot of people are getting out there doing stuff and donating to causes and trying to help their brother man.
Yeah.
I think it's great. I think this feeling of togetherness that I'm seeing is something that I've never felt before. Especially in this country. I think it's great. I think it's awesome. I think huge change is coming. Huge change.
Hopefully.
Yeah, we need it. We need that huge change to happen.
Yeah, we do.
You'd think the whole
to keep this planet going at what is going for now, we need to make a big change. because otherwise we fucked it for the next generation.
Well, that's the thing. We saw it, didn't we? So when we saw how quickly the Earth can be fixed, how quickly we can go from being like this hugely polluted planet to nature pretty much restoring itself
Starting to return.
in a matter of weeks, wasn't it?
Yeah,
There was.
because nature is incredibly resilient. Like you can't.
Oh, it's a lot smarter than we are. Well, say smart, but
It's just designed to keep on living, and that's its
Yeah.
only job, and so it's very, very, very good at it. There's less room for error. You know, the more intelligent something is, the more room for error there is because there are more processes.
yeah.
I think your mic's gone off again.
Oh, for how long have I been muted?
Who knows? We'll still pick you up on the others.
On the big one, yeah. There we go.
I gotta get some new batteries.
I think
this
I've got
is,
it.
This is ridiculous.
Is it the battery?
Yeah, it will be.
So oh yeah.
Yeah, power's low on yours.
That was low on mine.
Yeah, we'll figure it out.
We
No
will.
worries. What were we saying?
Just
Oh, about
talking.
nature.
Yeah, nature returns always. You know.
Yeah, it will always keep living on.
It is
There'll
the
always be some form of living out there somewhere. There'll always be
great
that
force.
either
Life
on
goes
Earth
on.
or it'll be somewhere else. Life will always be there.
Yeah, I think what we're trying to say is that we've seen that right now we have an opportunity to fix the planet, like environmentally speaking. Like we have I don't know how we've got to this, but environmentally speaking, we have an opportunity
Like it, it's good though.
to fix it. We have probably the last opportunity to fix it.
Yeah.
And I think that this lockdown has probably given everyone a lot of time, a lot of reflection.
So what was that theory we came with at the start? We came with a theory about
When?
right at the start.
Of today.
No, of lockdown, this sort of thing. Like,
Mate, I can barely remember 2 days ago. What?
I
So-
don't know what I had for breakfast. I might not have had breakfast.
you don't think you did, bro? No. So
I
we
woke
said
you up at 1
we said at
Oh,
the
you
beginning.
did, and we went to Asda. I didn't
We
have
said at the
breakfast.
beginning, like,
Never had
obviously, I don't know what it is, but we said this is like a last opportunity for the human race.
Oh, right, sure. So,
and that
I mean,
if we cannot fix this problem, then that's it for us.
I said that this was going to be basically, it was my opinion that this was going to be like the last opportunity to kind of wake up, for everyone to wake up to the fact that it isn't enough for just a few people to want. Well, it's not enough for everyone to want change. People have to participate towards change, right? And what I'm thinking is that because of quarantine and because of lockdown, that people would come around to the idea that they were going to have to actively take a role in recycling and using less energy and buying one-use items. You can now buy single-use earbuds. They're just made of rubber and you wash them off. Like
You mean multi-use? So you would
multi-use.
step away.
Reusable. Reusable.
Yes, thank you. So
Reusable.
yeah, reusable.
Yeah, the
I want to say
earbuds
like
with,
one. There's a word for it which involves the word single. It's like single buy or single use. I don't know. Anyway. But yeah, the point is that now we've seen that the Earth can return itself, and we've. You know what I'm trying to say here?
Yeah. The Earth can fix itself from what we have done.
We've got proof, and we've got people who have been sat, locked down, a lot of time to reflect, a lot of learning can be done. And when we come out of this, we are going to have to really all work towards
We're gonna have to
this
shape it up
common
on
goal.
the way we live
Otherwise,
still.
We're just ruining the planet for the next generation.
Yeah, my worry is a lot of people might see this and be like, oh, well, the planet can fix itself in a week, we've got loads more time.
That would just be so stupid. It's unbelievable.
It's not true at all. The idea that the world can be fixed in 2 weeks it's not that it can be fixed. It can just get better.
Yeah, no, it will never, like, fixed is such a...
It's a strong word.
Fixed
to
is
use.
just not the right term, is it? Like, it's in an ever-changing state anyway, and like, but you want to kind of give yourself as much time as possible, right? And we're just shortening that time for our kids, our grandkids. Like, I can't even imagine what it's going to be like in 100 years, man. Some dystopian.
Well, if you look what it was 100 years ago.
Yeah, well, it just shows you how quickly things can advance. But if you follow
whether there's going to be advancement or
exactly, or
just
whether
go
we're just
downhill.
going to start to regress,
Yeah.
who knows?
I think that's dead now.
How many we're losing?
We've lost mine.
Oh, fucking hell, Mike.
No, it's fine. But I think we're at a good point to wrap up.
Yeah, definitely on the first one to just cut it there. I think we've covered some stuff.
I think what we can do is just, these beers are pretty nice. We're just like, what's your opinion of them? What have you taken away from tasting them? What have you learned?
Okay. So this is probably the first proper ale that I'm ever drinking. I mean, really. And well, I love it. Actually, I would be far happier to drink this than I would your Heineken or your Brewdog or whatever you want to go out and you get cold, like a lager or an IPA. This stuff is really, really good. I'm able to drink a lot more of it. I appreciate it a lot more. It has a lot more, like, it has a broader range of flavour for me.
Nice.
And as far as the ones that we've tried, I think that Plautus is my favourite now. Like, I really enjoyed Firebird because it had a super kind of complex flavour.
Right.
Like, if you really dig into it, it has a very complex flavour. But the Plautus is just actually, it's just really good. It's just a really good beer, and when you want to have that go-to,
Yeah.
Plautus, mate. I would be happy drinking this all the time.
Nice.
Just a great beer, and that's why it's my favourite.
Beer.
Well, to start with, my favourite is definitely the gold.
Nice.
I've kind of taken away the aspect of, like, I've always been on the fence with, like, local beers and what my opinions on them, but especially as it's from Siren, that's where we grew up and that sort of stuff, so supporting that mainly.
It's nice, isn't it? Yeah, to know
It's
that
like-
it comes from where you come from.
Where you grew up is now making, like, good, like, ales and that sort of stuff. So, but no, definitely the gold, because it's something I can just sit, you can drink, you've got no... Well,
yeah,
it's easy to drink, it's simple,
again,
and
for
it
the
still
same
tastes
reason
good.
that I like Plautus, it's a go-to beer.
Yeah,
Nice.
Simple, easy.
it's not something you have to think about too much, and you can just,
Yeah.
drink it.
Yeah, it's actually probably one of the only beers that I think I could
Without
just keep
being
drinking.
on, like, mainstream line when you're, like, Peroni, Heineken.
Yeah, but, like, even those beers, I can't just keep drinking those beers. I can't just keep going. Like, I feel full, or gassy, but this stuff, it's smooth. It's really, really enjoyable.
I found with Corinium, I can definitely get through like 3 or 4 pints easy.
I feel like this
Oh, yeah.
stuff
Like, no problem
is
in
like
anything.
filter coffee is to espresso coffee.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's got that broader range of flavour,
Yeah.
and it's not under the same, like, when you have a super cold beer from, like, Brewdog, right? You're getting that, and, like, tons of CO2 and tons of NO2 and they're pumping into it when they pump it through the lines. And you're getting this super sharp, incredibly bubbly beer. That's like your espresso shot. And then this, room temperature, super broad range of flavours. And for me, that's like your filtered coffee. You know what I mean? That is the marketable difference. Another half hour. So shit, so we filmed for an hour.
Yeah, we've done an hour.
Should we wrap it up then?
Yeah, I'm gonna.
Well, we just need to hear your opinion on it.
Yeah, it's pretty much your opinion now.
My opinion is they're fucking great beers, and I want more of them all the time.
I really like that opinion. That's covered all aspects. I love it.
The one of my biggest worries about coming back to London was the fact that I would no longer be able to have a constant supply
of Corinium ale
of this beer. It is I've tried a lot of beers, and I'll go out of my way to try beers that I haven't had before.
Sure.
And Corinium ales is one beer that I will keep picking up, and it might be because the guys who run the brewery are like awesome people just to hang out with, and just to go and see on a Friday, or it's because these beers are actually like.
Well, it's all of it, isn't it?
Just awesome.
It's all of it, like, because the truth of it is Corinium Ales is just a great brand. The people behind it are great. The beers are great. The branding, the packaging, and the brand identity in general is gorgeous.
I like it.
And when you look on the back, it says bottled in Cirencester, England, which is, you know, exactly where we're from. So
Preach.
it's a banging brewery in general.
Right, sweet. Well,
Well, that's it.
so next time
We're
I'm gonna
gonna-
get some more interesting beers, because
Yeah.
it seems like you two are more into beer than I initially thought.
What?
I'll be honest.
I'm a
thought-
cocktail
I thought
bartender
this was
of
gonna
5
was gonna be a
years.
little more like, oh, actually, wow. I thought there was going to be some hesitation, but no, I'm into it. And I like
5
it.
years.
You haven't drunk beer. You don't.
Look, I've drunk beer.
All right.
I just don't drink.
We'll
beer.
continue this
On the
afterwards.
next one.
This is this is going to
But
continue
yeah,
well
no,
into the
I'm
break.
gonna go out and try and find some more interesting beers, some beers that maybe I don't know, and then we'll do it again with those. Sweet.
You ready to see another perfect head? God, it feels good to be a gangster.
Sweet. And
Nice. That's great fucking beer, mate.
it's